Cooking with one arm or hand can be difficult to say the least, but there are some pieces of adaptive equipment that can make it easier. So today I'm going to show you 4 pieces of adaptive equipment that can be helpful for one-handed cooking. Alright y'all, the first piece of adaptive equipment I want to show you is a rocker knife. More specifically, this one is actually called a Mezzaluna knife, which from my very brief Google search, Mezzaluna means half moon in Italian, and I'm guessing it's because the shape of the blade. As you noticed, it does come with a cover that covers the blade up for safety reasons. That may be more difficult to get off and put back on one-handed, but the blade and the knife itself are very easy to use one-handed. I will be honest, the reason that I like this knife better than a traditional rocker knife is because it just looks like a regular piece of kitchen equipment. Most rocker knives made by different medical equipment suppliers like Salmons Preston or North Coast Medical are just, they're kind of ugly. So just because you've had a stroke and you have use of one side of your body more than the other side doesn't mean that you want ugly kitchen equipment. So that's why I went with this knife instead. It's got a nice large roomy area for grip. And then the blade is super sharp. It will cut through everything. I'll show you that here in a minute. And this is actually going to go along with my recommendation for my second piece of adaptive equipment, which is an adaptive cutting board. So this cutting board is like the equipment that I was just talking about that I don't really like because I think it looks like medical equipment. It looks like adaptive equipment. It would be nice if somebody made a universally designed cutting board that can be used by someone with 2 hands or 1 hand that just doesn't look so clinical. To be honest, there just aren't a whole lot of choices out there. Anything that you're gonna get on Amazon is likely going to be kind of this plasticky material, and they're gonna be sold through medical equipment suppliers. I did find one that was like a nice maple, and it actually looked pretty nice, but they were completely sold out. The rest of them were this plasticky material, and they start at around $40. And you can see this isn't a large cutting board. It's really pretty small. So like I said, they start from $40 and kind of go up from there. So it's a little cost prohibitive in my opinion. But let me tell you what I do like about them, especially if this is kind of the only option that you have that's going to allow you to be more independent with cooking. So this one, I got this one for around $40. It is the smaller version. I think it was from North Coast Medical. I'll leave a link down in the description below. But I do like that it has got suction cups on the bottom. This means it's not gonna go slip sliding around all over the place while you're trying to cut, because then that gets into a dangerous game. So you can put it down, squish it, and then it's stuck. It's not gonna go anywhere, which is great. What I also like about it is this little corner area here. This is meant for you to put bread on. Like let's say you're gonna make a sandwich for yourself. You can lay the bread down. It's got a place so it's not gonna slip and slide around on you. And you can put whatever toppings, if you're putting mayo, mustard, peanut butter, whatever, you can put that on without the bread sliding away from you. This one also has styrofoam came on it. I recommend keeping this to keep yourself safe while you're storing it. And I'm gonna lift this up. Woo! Those suction cups hold on. But it does come with food safe spikes. And they're just put in right up through the bottom. They poke up, and this is where you would put whatever vegetable or fruit that you're trying to cut up. And what that's gonna do is also keep that from slip sliding around. It's gonna hold it into place so that you can cut, you can take your knife, and you can cut while it's sitting on the cutting board. I like these things together. They can definitely get you a little bit more independent, get you back to cooking if that's something that's important to you. Just the choices for adaptive cutting boards are a little limited. You can find them, they're not beautiful, but they are functional. The third piece of adaptive equipment I want to show you today is a pot strainer. Now, this is different from a traditional colander that you might set in the sink. This is a silicone pot strainer, and it actually sits right onto the pot. So I'm going to show you how to put it on with one hand. and doing it safely. So before you put anything in the pot, before you start heating it up while it's still cool, you can tuck the pot handle under the arm that you have trouble using for some stability. Now, I will say initially I have found the clips a little bit hard to maneuver, specifically over the lip of this pot, because my pot kind of curves out and it goes over. There is a lip around the edge. If you just have a straight pot without a lid, without a lip, it will likely go on a little bit easier. So, like I said, you tuck the handle under the arm that you have trouble using, open up the first clip, and you're gonna put it on the outside. Second clip's gonna go on, and that's gonna hold it into place. Then, you have it on, and this is the little strainer that hangs in there. So you can put your water in, put your noodles in, go ahead, set it on the stove. Once everything's ready to go, all you have to do is turn the pot over, let the water strain out, and then you have your noodles ready to go. The fourth piece of adaptive equipment that I want to show you all today is a jar opener. And this may not look like a jar opener, but it's actually meant to be undermounted underneath your kitchen cabinets. This is the back side, and it has a little piece of adhesive on the back, a really strong piece of adhesive. You'll take that off first, pop it on, and then it comes with 3 screws that you screw in here, 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 to make sure that it's nice and secure underneath your cabinets. I will tell you, I think this is one of my favorite pieces of equipment because it's very much a universal design. This can be used for a lot of different people, whether you have 1 or 2 functioning arms or hands. It's definitely helpful if you only have 1. But like even for myself, I have both of my arms and hands are functioning, but I do have very tiny hands and my grip strength is really terrible. So I always have a really hard time opening jars, and I love this thing. I also got this from my mom, who has rheumatoid arthritis, because she gets pain in her hands, and it's also hard for her to grip onto things and open jars and lids. So I've been really pleased with this one so far. I got this on Amazon. I will leave a link in the description below. But the design is great. It's got this kind of like V shape here, and that makes it so that you can fit a lot of different sizes of jars or lids into this. And so you can open a wide variety of things. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So let's say, for example, I start off with a really big jar. This would be undermounted on the cabinet, right? You'd hold your jar up, start to twist. Now, obviously, you wouldn't have to take a break so much. And there you go. I mean, isn't that awesome? So, to show you something a little different, this is a bit of a smaller jar compared to our giant peanut butter, right? So, smaller jar fits in just like this. Woo, there you go. So we'll turn. Oh, that was easy. So, second one's off. And then, make sure my last one's tight on there. Jar of pasta sauce. So, put it up. I really do. I love this thing. I highly recommend this. I'm probably gonna get one for my own kitchen too. All right, everyone, that's it for today. Now, this obviously isn't a completely exhaustive list of all of the adaptive equipment you can use in the kitchen. I'd love it if you'd comment down below what some of your favorite pieces of equipment are, or the equipment that you find most helpful. If I get enough recommendations, I'll make another video. I do have links in the description below to each of the pieces of adaptive equipment that I used in today's video. And I also have a link to sign up for my free email list, which gets you 3 stroke recovery tips a week and access to my free ebook, The Stroke Recovery Pocket Guide. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.